Hi, so this video is going to be about my personal experience getting stuck in Malaysia, not being able to take my flight back to India, and how I finally managed to fly back into India and back home. And I also want to tell you about my experience flying back and the clinical tests that I went through, and the importance of social distancing and self quarantining, and also a little handy tips on how you can manage to keep yourself and your surroundings sanitized. So here goes. I got stuck in Malaysia since the lockdown was announced and I couldn't take my flight back. All the flights were cancelled, and I had to go to the airport and try and find some way or the other to get back, because in Malaysia, when I reached Malaysia, there was not much happening. But a day before the lockdown was announced, there was almost 100, 200 cases in a single day after the masjid incident. So this became really serious in Malaysia, and the government announced a lockdown from 18th. So from 18th onwards, most of us had been trying to come back to India, because I personally didn't want to get exposed to infection, because I'm quite a healthy person. So I didn't want to get exposed to infection. I want to come back to India, but India had banned all of the Malaysian flights from entry, so I couldn't enter India, and that was very difficult for me, considering I wanted to be back home no matter what was going on. I want to be back home and to quarantine myself or to treat myself, whatever be the case. And I know the struggle, I know how important it is for us to be back in India to even avail medical treatments, because it is easier to get treated back home. So I know that was a problem most of the Indians who were stranded outside of India were facing. So I found a flight through Kathmandu. So I flew Malaysian Airlines to Kathmandu, and from Kathmandu to Chennai, I flew Indigo through Delhi. So I was screened on my way back. I was screened at Kathmandu, I was screened at Delhi, I was screened at Chennai, and I had cleared the checks, and I'm not showing any symptoms, and they have advised me on self-quarantine. So why do I have to self-quarantine myself? Why do I have to stay indoors in spite of not having any symptoms? This is very important. This is something I really want all of you to understand. See, I may not show symptoms right now, but what if in the next 14 days, one of those 14 days, I start showing symptoms? So COVID-19 is one such infection, one such virus where I will still be a very dormant carrier without showing any symptoms. So I want to be double careful, and I want to take this up as a social responsibility to stay indoors and to self-quarantine myself. I am not going to be attending social gatherings or meeting friends or meeting anybody for that matter. I'm going to be staying indoors and do productive. Most of us musicians are so used to this quarantine life, because we are mostly, locked up in the studio, and we don't know what day or whether it's daylight or night time. So I am quite used to this, and I am going to be quarantining myself that way. So it is very important. You cannot risk, after coming back from a country that has been affected by COVID-19, you cannot risk the lives of so many other people by stepping out. Please don't show your confidence right now. So you cannot step out during a pandemic attack. Please avoid social gatherings. Please don't go to weddings or don't attend parties. It's not needed. Even a gathering of 5-6 people is not needed right now. And I want to take it up as a national responsibility, and I want to stay indoors. And when if at all, I get symptoms a little later on, I will immediately rush to the nearest government hospital and get myself tested for COVID. So as of now, all fine, and thanks to my healthy habits, and I did not show any symptoms. I have not caught any infection yet, but I am going to be on alert and I am going to be self-quarantining myself. Okay. Now, coming to the part where all of us can have certain things in our handbag, and this will actually help us really be safe and sanitized. Even if you have to step out, like to buy groceries or to buy food or medicines, அப்போ கூட உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப சேஃபா இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு சில கையிலே ஹேண்ட்பேக்லே things that you can keep. அது ஒரு சில விஷயம் இருக்கு. So let me show you how I managed my stay while in Malaysia and how I'm going to go through this phase of 14 to 20 days in Chennai. So the first thing that I really want to recommend is carrying. I have a Moosh sanitizer because my other normal sanitizer is done. So I have been using this sanitizer on my hands and feet, and either தொடறதுக்கு முன்னாடியுமே I have been using this. And the other great thing that I purchased is this one. It's a Be Safe toilet seat sanitizer spray. This is mainly for people in airports and mainly for people who are traveling outside of India who are going to use public toilets. So this is a sanitizer, and again, this is a disinfectant. So I kept spraying it on all surfaces. Like if I'm on a chair, I used to spray it on a chair. If I'm on a toilet seat, I spray it in the toilet seat. If I'm using a tap, I'll spray it on it. A car door, I'll spray it on it. So this was very efficient, trust me. Please go and buy one of this if you don't have it. Even if not for the purpose of COVID-19, please buy it and use it at home too. It is important. I'm right now using it at my place too. My car and my toilet and my surfaces, whatever, at home, furniture and everything. It works, trust me. The most important thing is the mask. So I use this mask every time. So I just removed this mask for the purpose of this video. So N95 is good, but I found it very hard to breathe through N95. I don't know, but I still wore it. I was still wearing it, and in Malaysia they are recommending the surgical masks, so I wore this one also. So these are the two masks I have, and I have a couple of temporary disposable gloves that I wore through my travel. And at home I'm not wearing gloves because I have enough liquid soap, Dettol and everything in every wash basin in every bathroom, so I'm using it. And I was carrying these wipes, sanitation wipes, very simple, no flavor, nothing, like no smell, no fragrance and all. So I kept using it, and I can even heat this up by putting it in a microwave for 20 seconds. So this I bought before leaving India, and these wipes are like you can wipe your whole body. So they're big wipes, so you can wipe your whole body every time you feel that you're kind of exposed. So this also has helped me. And always, even if you're wearing a mask, carry a towel, a sanitized, fresh, neat towel with you, and just cover your face up whenever you feel that there is somebody near you or unexpected visitor who's going to be there, and you find his eyes red, or something odd, you find him to be running temperature, just please cover your nose and eyes and mouth at any given point in time. Don't find it awkward, don't find it find it not in fashion. That's not important. We are here to safeguard our own life and to save many other lives too. So I hope I covered most of it. Even when in Malaysia, we stayed home, and that's exactly why I am able to do this video right now. I am healthy and I am free from infection. So I really want you guys to please take the self-quarantining activity very seriously, not just for Sunday. Please lock yourself up for a week. Stock your groceries up, do some interesting stuff, declutter your wardrobe, do something interesting, clean your own space, or do some art or craft, or it's all right to stay home sometimes. Just that's the best detox your mind needs. So help the country, help the officers at health and doctors who are fighting so much to help us all get through this. And I think they really need our help to get through this pandemic. And stay indoors. Please avoid social gathering. You never know who is a carrier. You never know who's going to give you the infection or who you are going to give the infection to. And it's very difficult for the government officials, health officials to track each one of them and to test them to stop this pandemic. So the better the results will be, the lesser the numbers will be if you self-quarantine yourself and stay indoors. It is very important. Let each of us take this as a national responsibility and adhere to the self-quarantining mode. Thank you.